Thanks again for tuning into yet another video. We are installing the lowers on the TCMT FXRT fairing. I already ahead and I made my holes up here. I just made them, randomly. I just put 2 holes. I gave myself a little bit of extra space on the edges. You guys can see it's not, of course, straight. I think I have like 2 inches or 1.25 inches from here, and I believe I thought I measured 1.25 inches from here, but probably just 1 inch from this side. So made these holes, of course, held up the lower up to the fairing. I used the masking tape. I marked it with a pen, pretty straightforward, and then I went ahead and I drilled out the holes right here. I drilled some holes. As far as the mounting on this one on the bottom, of course, if you guys haven't been watching the videos, the fairing on this TCMT mounts completely different. You guys can see the Dominator lower mounting point was down here. Alright, this one, however, because it's mounted up 3 inches higher and 4 inches further out onto the bike, this mounts somewhere around this area. So I'm going to just show you guys how to do it for this type of fairing. I have the video on the Dominator if you guys want to see that one. You guys can see how I mounted it. So this one, of course, you guys can see that I went ahead and I trimmed some of the bottom of the lower just to kind of get it close to the engine guard. So it's very tight fit, extremely tight. You guys can see right down here, of course, and then right up here. So I'm gonna have to remove these bolts and then mount it up, and then we're going to figure out how we're gonna mount it on the bottom. I do have some ideas though. I also went ahead and used a little foam pad just to prevent it from scratching and rubbering up against the fairing. But you don't have to do this. I'm just doing it because, of course, I want to protect the paint. So I'm going to remove this and then we'll put it up. You guys can see it's also white, so I'm hoping it blends in. And then we'll see how we're going to mount it on the bottom. So let me go ahead and mount this and then we'll tune back in. Alright, so I have the lower mounted. I'm using these conduit clamps to mount it onto the engine guard. So this is 1.25 inches. You guys can see. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pinch this, hold it up against the lower. Let's see if we can get a better camera angle right there. I'm going to hold it up against the lower and then just drill a hole, pretty much. Maybe I'll grab some grips and just bend it into shape, because right now this is pretty much the max. Like I said, it's very, very tight. I could also probably remove some of the rubber clamp a little bit, or maybe I could just tuck it in there a little bit more. But I mean, that's pretty much touching right there. So I'm gonna go grab the drill bit. I'm gonna go grab the drill and the drill bit, and then just make a hole right there. I guess we could also mount it upside down. Could we? I don't think I would like if that bolt was showing, but I guess you could right there, because even that has a little bit more contact, and that's pretty like a straight shot forward. But man, I'm not gonna dig the way the bolt's gonna look. I want to hide the bolt. So by mounting it upside down or downwards, you won't see the bolt, but then I don't think, you know what? I think it's fine. We'll go ahead and do it this way. Maybe I'll just remove a little bit with a little knife. I'll remove this rubber piece right here. Or you know what? I don't even have to remove it. I just slide it over. Like so, and yeah, we'll just drill the hole there. You won't see the bolt at all. And of course it'll be, it's already pretty sturdy, but you can see it still moves. And I think once we put that bolt down there, it's gonna be pretty solid. Alright, so we went ahead and added some masking tape. You guys can see, you want to protect the paint just in case. You never know with these things. The drill might kick up and it might move around and stuff like that. So we masked it up. This also should help prevent the paint from lifting as well. And then we're going to support the back of the lower. You don't want to just let it drop, because you don't want to put that pressure, or that weight or that torque from the drill onto the fiberglass. All right, the TCMT Lowers are not that well built. All right, so we're just gonna hold it up like this with my hand, and then I'm going to use the eyelet of the clamp. I'm gonna use the eyelet to kind of guide the drill bit. I'm gonna use the eyelet to kind of help me guide it, and then of course that'll be my way to line it up and stuff like that. So, and then we're just gonna drill. That's pretty much it. All right, so there's the whole 1/4 inch. It's a good thing we put that protection, because this drill bit, it freaking sucked in the whole drill and it banged up up against the tape. So it's a good thing we put that on there. You guys can see how clean the drill, the hole is. So you guys got to use the masking tape. All right, it helps out. Look at that. Oh, just look how clean that hole is. All right, so let's go ahead and put this in there. Let's grab our bolt. You guys can see how it lines up. Let's grab our bolt and put that on there, and then just torque that down, and then we're pretty much done with this side. And then we're gonna go grab the other side and do the same thing. If you guys want to stay tuned and watch me do it, let's do it. Just wanted to show you guys the bottom of it. I had to do a significant amount of trimming at the bottom of the lower. So this is, of course, where your rear brake reservoir sits. So that's pretty much the shape of it. You guys will see right now when I put it up against the bottom of the engine guard. You guys saw what I had to do on the other one. I had to trim off about this area right here. I had to trim off quite a bit of lower. On this one, I had to trim off on this side, on the inside. You guys will see it. Okay, I'm gonna put it up there just to kind of, you know, give you guys a note, because of how different this TCMT mounts. I had to, you know, do a little bit of trimming. All right, so we're getting ready to drill, of course, this other mark. I have 2 clamps here. I have 1.5 inch, 1.25 inch. All right, this engine guard is very tight. You guys can see the angle of it. So if you have both of these are, like I said, these are conduit clamps. They're not that expensive. They're only a couple bucks. They're like on Amazon, I'll have the links. On Amazon, they're like 10 bucks for a pack of 10. You only need 2, but that's still cheaper than, you know, going to Home Depot and stuff, because they sell these separately for a lot more than that. So you guys can see, I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up. It's a little dark under here, but 1.5 inch fits flat. All right, even at an angle. 1.25 inch, it's like stressing because we have it at an angle. See, if it was straight, maybe we'll have full contact, but it has to be over here. You guys see? It's got to be like somewhere over here. If we angle it over there, then when we start putting this bolt through, it's gonna start bending the metal. It's gonna start, who knows what it's gonna do. Maybe it'll straighten out or something like that. So I think we're better off just doing the 1.5 inch. Yes, it'll fit a little bit. You know, it's not gonna have full contact here, but I mean the fairings already pretty solid, because we're right up against the brake reservoir. You guys can see. Let's go ahead and take a look on the inside. You guys can see how it takes the shape, and you can still see the window here. And then look at this. I trimmed it exactly the shape that it needs. So let's go ahead and grab the drill. We're gonna try it out. I should have gotten the tripod. So here we go. Once again, the tape. Alright, so there's the hole. You guys now saw how I did that. Now we got to remove the tape. And look how clean that hole is. Very nice. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab our bolt. Whatever bolt you guys want to use, you guys can use. You guys could use maybe, I don't think 1/4 inch, but you guys could probably use an M6 bolt for these. You guys can use whatever you guys want. TCMT does not provide anything as far as the bracket holes or anything like that. You would have to provide everything. So let's go ahead and grab our bolt, washer, and then put that in there, and then we'll see the final results. Alright, so there it is, installed. You guys can use that trick that I mentioned in another video. Put a heat shrink tubing on this. That way it all blends. You don't have that chrome or that polished finish sticking out too much. You could just use a heat shrink tubing, put that in there, and then put the clamp on there, and then that's all going to be black. So this one's 1.5 inches, like I said, solid. You guys can see it's not moving. It's just flexing because of how flimsy the lower is. That's TCMT. The other one's 1.25 inches. It's just that it fits, different. But there it is. There's the other side. What I'm noticing is the shape's actually not even the same contour as the fairing, the lower and the fairing. I know I have that foam padding on the inside, but it doesn't really follow the shape of the fairing. It's not really that great. But I don't think it stands out too bad. You can see there's a huge gap right there, right in there. So there it is. We're gonna take it out for a spin and just take a look at it. So thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Let's get out there and ride. Later.